Hello students, welcome to your next chapter of your reader, chapter number 6. I want something in a cage. In itself is a very peculiar title for any chapter to have. Mr. Purcell, who is the main character of the story, has a weird encounter with a strange man who comes into his shop and makes a unique demand. What happens after that? What was the demand for that? You have to read the story yourself. But over here, I'm going to give you a short summary. Let's get started with the summary. Mr. Purcell owned a pet shop. He was a very small heighted man. He had red cheeks and a tight melon stomach. He used to wear large glasses, and through his glasses his eyes used to look really big. In a funny way, his appearance looked like to be a wise and a jovial owl. He sold almost all kinds of pets and also dealt in fish food and bird seeds. Prescribed remedies for all the ailing animals. His shop was full of noise and chaos because of all the animals making different sorts of sounds. Each morning, Mr. Purcell would sit or perch on a high stool behind the counter, unfold his morning paper. He would read the entire paper in detail. One rough wintry day, he was sitting as usual on his stool and reading his morning paper as usual. Amidst all the noise of the animals and without getting disturbed or even noticing the noise at all, a strange customer entered his shop. Mr. Purcell greeted him, but he ignored Mr. Purcell and gazed around the shop. This customer not only behaved differently, but also looked different as well. The man had short haircut and was wearing a cheap suit which did not even fit him well. He said he wanted something in a cage with wings. He pointed to a cage with 2 white doves, and Mr. Purcell demanded $5.50 for it. The man was sad because he wanted those birds badly, but he had only $5. Mr. Purcell agreed and handed over the cage to him. The man told that he had gained those $5 after 10 years of hard labor in the prison at the rate of 50 cents a year. Mr. Purcell wanted to say something more, but the stranger was not interested. He went out with the cage and set the doves free one by one. After that, he dropped the cage and walked away. This strange action of this strange customer left Mr. Purcell feeling vaguely insulted. Children, then you can read these word meanings over here one by one. Now what in the end we can say, you can say the gist or the moral behind this story. First thing, the narrator tends to tell his readers that the man had his 10 years in prison without freedom. He had lost his 10 years in prison. While he saw the cage, when he saw the caged birds in the shop, he felt himself in place of them. He set free a pair of doves with $5 which he had. He had to give himself some internal happiness by doing that. At least he freed somebody. With that, we come to the end of this summary. Now you can, children, read the chapter yourself. That's all. Thank you. Happy reading.